In every era of human history, one dream has remained constant: the desire to live forever. From the alchemists of ancient China searching for the elixir of life, to philosophers imagining a world without death, immortality has always fascinated humankind. But today, in the 21st century, this dream is no longer confined to myths or fairy tales. It is now being pursued by some of the wealthiest and most ambitious people on Earth. Among them stands Bryan Johnson, a tech entrepreneur who has made it his mission to defeat aging. Johnson spends over $2 million every year on his project, known as Blueprint, in an effort to extend his lifespan far beyond what nature intended. But despite his cutting-edge science and obsessive routines, there remains one key to immortality that he hasn't solved, at least, not yet. Bryan Johnson made his fortune in the tech industry, but instead of chasing more money, he turned his focus inward to his body, his biology, and ultimately, his survival. His project, called Blueprint, is not just a health program. It is an all-encompassing lifestyle. Every single day of Johnson's life is governed by strict rules. His meals are carefully measured, designed down to the calorie and nutrient, to optimize health and slow down aging. He undergoes constant medical checkups and biometric scans to track every detail of his body's performance. Sleep, exercise, diet, stress, nothing is left to chance. But perhaps the most controversial part of his regimen is his use of blood plasma transfusions, including from teenagers at one point, even his own son. The idea is based on experimental studies suggesting that younger blood might rejuvenate older bodies. It's a practice that has been criticized as extreme, even bordering on bizarre. Yet for Johnson, it represents just another step toward his ultimate goal, eternal youth. For many observers, Bryan Johnson's quest looks less like a health program and more like a kind of religion. His daily rituals, his sacrifices, his devotion to rules and numbers paint a picture not unlike religious devotion. Some even compare it to an economic system, where wealth buys extra years of life, and the privileged few seek to escape mortality while the rest of the world watches. But is this devotion truly leading him closer to immortality? Or is it simply a new form of obsession, dressed in the language of science and technology? Johnson is not alone. Across Silicon Valley and beyond, some of the richest people in the world are investing billions into longevity research. Names like Jeff Bezos and Peter Thiel appear frequently in conversations about life extension. Entire industries are forming around the dream of defeating aging, from anti-aging clinics to biotechnology firms working on genetic therapies. For these billionaires, money is no object. The cost of experimenting on their bodies or funding massive research projects is a small price to pay if it means more time on Earth. But the question remains, can technology really conquer something as fundamental as death? While humans pour money into longevity, nature quietly provides examples of creatures that seem to defy aging with no effort at all. Consider George, a lobster discovered to be around 140 years old. Lobsters, along with certain species of turtles, jellyfish, and whales, show remarkable resilience against aging. They live longer, grow stronger, and in some cases, appear almost immortal in their natural environments. This contrast raises an important point. Perhaps the answers to longevity aren't hidden in expensive technology or radical human experiments, but in studying the biology of the natural world. At its core, Johnson's story is about control. Every calorie counted, every drop of blood measured, every heartbeat analyzed. His life is a science experiment. But control has limits. Even the most advanced technology cannot yet rewrite the fundamental rules of biology. For all his millions spent and all his routines followed, Bryan Johnson is still human. He still ages. He still faces the same inevitability as the rest of us. And perhaps that is the lesson here. Immortality may not be something that can be bought or engineered, not yet. Anyway, the pursuit of eternal life has shifted from myth to money, from alchemy to algorithms. Bryan Johnson represents a new kind of seeker, not a wizard, but a billionaire armed with data and determination. But in his relentless search for immortality, he also forces us to ask deeper questions. What does it mean to truly live forever? Is it about preserving our physical body at any cost? Or is it about what we leave behind, our ideas, our creations, our impact on the world? Until science discovers that one missing key, immortality remains just out of reach. For now, we remain mortal creatures bound by time, but the race to unlock eternal life is far from over. And in that race, Bryan Johnson is running faster than most.